So did Jason get to do his presentation and I don't know, it's in the meetings.
One more minute.
Yeah.
All right, let's call the meeting in order with the pledge of allegiance.
The pledge of allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item is reorganization of the board, which we did at our last meeting. So I'll just read an excerpt of the minutes from January 2nd. Commissioner Binkley made a motion to appoint Mark Gorley as president of the board of commissioners. Commissioners Chesick seconded the motion, and the motion was approved with all ayes. Commissioner Binkley made a motion to appoint Charles Chesick as vice president of the board of commissioners. Commissioner Gorley seconded the motion, and the motion was approved with all ayes. Commissioner Chesick made a motion to appoint Don Binkley as secretary of the board of commissioners. Commissioner Gorley seconded the motion, and the motion was approved with all ayes. With the minutes having been distributed previously, are there any additions or corrections?
I suggest we go through the reorganization again, since we had a few complaints.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion for president of the board.
I'll nominate Charlie.
I'll second that.
What did I do to piss you guys off?
Nothing. Just a lot of calls that we didn't do it right at the last meeting. And it wasn't on the agenda like this, so do it this way. You did nothing wrong. I think Charlie's been doing good. I'd like to see him stay in there a while. Maybe next year.
A motion is second, are all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Entertain a motion for vice president of the board.
Mark Worley.
I'll second that.
With a motion and second, are all in favor?
Aye.
And a motion for secretary of the board.
Donnie Binkley.
I'll second that. And with a motion and a second, are all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
The meeting's yours, Charlie.
All right. Dan, you want to come on up?
Sure.
I can give you two. Oh, maybe. Okay, current status of employees at the highway. We're 17 full-time CDL drivers. That's good. Thank goodness we've had good weather. So morale of the highway is pretty good right now. One part-time CDL driver. He's also been cutting brush. He helped a little bit plow during the cold spell, but mainly he's been out in the brush mower, cutting back brush along the roads. We have 3 mechanics, so we're fully staffed. Grant status, 22-2 is getting ready to be advertised. We're gonna hope at the second meeting in February that we can open up the bids for the project. 23-1, I need a letter of financial commitment. I guess I'm probably gonna have to review this because we had Mark's name on here. So Charlie will get, we're gonna need a signature from you. The preventive maintenance closes on January 31st for the bridges. We're gonna submit bridge 125 and 126 for new decks. As far as equipment goes, I'm working on getting a quote for a new mid-mount mower deck. And we're still in the process of trying to put toolboxes on the trucks to house the chainsaws and chains and oil cans. And that's just going to be a work in progress. We did get some high-vis seat belt covers in today. We got them on. I got one on my truck right now. That looks like that's going to work out really well. So we're going to get one for every vehicle and plus some extras.
Yeah, that'd be nice so they can see if the belts are on. And
Yep, that'd be high vis. Most of our outfits are that bright yellow.
right.
This is a bright orange,
Okay.
so it should stick out. Bridge 13's been submitted for replacement. I just had a meeting. They got me moved up early today to discuss the
What road was that? Which bridge is that? Where's that located?
Bridge 13 is on 600 East, south of the Robbins Ditch, between Hamlet, and the Robbins Ditch.
There was a comment last night at the council meeting. It was the bridge. They kept talking bridge 13, but it's not.
They got it in a different location.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mhm.
oh, okay.
Nothing.
Nothing. No. It's good to go. Yeah.
Okay. Gravel roads, due to the warm seasonal weather that we've been having. Last week we got a majority of the gravel roads covered last week, graded. We put several loads of stone down on different roads. So we're getting a good jump in the spring on that. As far as the regular road maintenance, a week ago, I rented a third patching hot box. So we've had 3 crews out all last week and this week to get the potholes taken care of. So from what I can tell when I drive around, we're in pretty good shape on potholes. I'm not saying that we haven't missed some, but you know, this time of weather, they can go from this big to this big over a good rain. So we picked up the boom mower from Fulton County that we bought. We had that out 3 days last week, so we're gonna keep 2 boom mowers out mowing as long as weather permits. So keeping up on that.
Yeah, everything looks good with that so far.
Last week, we sent the bucket truck out. We're gonna continue to send the bucket truck out to trim overhanging trees. Trees that are leaning over, they got big branches hanging over. So hopefully, you know, this week looks good for weather yet. So as long as the weather holds, we're gonna keep going. As far as training, the county participated in the they didn't call it an exercise, but
It was.
Yeah. So we're gonna look into some hazmat training for the county drivers, so we're checking with LPAP and List McKnight to see what they have to offer for hazmat. Just in case our drivers arrive at the scene first or come across an accident. You know, they kind of need to realize they have to look at the factors. There was a lot of eye-opening experiences at that exercise on like how to operate the bus windows and view the placards on the semi because it could be dangerous material.
Right.
Solar projects. We're continuing to go out and grade and put some stone down as needed. Damage is happening. We just can't stop that. The edges of the roads are crumbling up now. And that's gonna continue, you know. So we're just doing the best we can to keep up with it. I don't feel that there's anything dangerous out there. We're fixing everything as we go. So,
Are they gonna back pay you on all that road work or?
well, they're paying us, we submit a bill every month.
Okay.
So like when we go out and grade and put stone down, we get reimbursed for that. And then at the end of the project, they're supposed to give us money for repaving the roads.
Gotcha.
Next era, Chris Neff will be in town tomorrow to introduce the project manager for San Pierre. And nothing going on with Hoosier Solar. Next, I have a quotes for a truck. We sent out mail bids. So. So out of the 3 mail bids, we got one response that did have the truck that we requested. That had all the specifications we're looking for.
That was on out of Plymouth.
Yes. And at the last meeting, we talked about a truck in Pennsylvania. I did get it bought for $49.99.
How soon will you have that one? Are they bringing it to you or you guys?
No, we have to go get it. I'm thinking maybe a week from today, we might head out and try to pick it up. I'm gonna take 4 drivers.
How long a trip is it?
It's just under 8 hours. So it'll be a kind of a long day, but we'll have 2 drivers in each vehicle, so
Right.
we can rotate.
That's good.
You think that'd be cheaper than flying out there, Dave? You flew a couple guys out there?
It's like an hour and a half from Pittsburgh, so you know how we're gonna get from Pittsburgh to there. And
Right. Yeah, just wondering.
Probably be with a vehicle to follow too in case something does happen.
Yeah.
That's true.
yeah, I'm gonna take a mechanic and 3 drivers.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So we got, that was a good deal on that.
Right. So this one is it's a tandem, but you're looking, that's to replace the one that was in the accident or is that the money you're looking to use? for
That's
that?
the money I was looking to use for this truck.
What the insurance paid.
The insurance paid $107,000.
So if you get it, you better get it. So we need a motion on that. Yeah.
Yes.
Is there a motion to approve the purchase of the 2009 International 7600 from Weir's and Plymouth?
So move.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. What you got, Dan?
Yep, that's.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
It should be written down.
Yeah, I don't.
Come on up, Nancy.
This is what the recommend raise the receipt for the month of December.
Mm,
We were just kind of thinking that, you know, all the petitions
mhm,
people are,
Mhm.
they may not have happened to get everything.
Right,
And this is the first, collection payment. I did it in my mind
that's,
from Acumen.
okay, that's for merchants and medical, $210.
And this is our normal, okay,
Jonathan O'Hara, $484.35. No, I think, okay, thanks, Nancy.
Start with some December stats for you. In December, we had 116 requests for ambulance. Out of that, 20 people refused to have treatment or transportation. And that comes out to 96 people that will be transported to a hospital. Not too bad. You got the breakdown of categories that they fall in, and to the bottom of that is the terminology we use. So if you want to look at the special case, such as how many paramedic calls, you have that breakdown in front of you. And then on the bottom, if you see something you're not familiar with, there's a term, how we use that term.
Mhm.
Just try to make it easy to understand. We were able to save 79,000 out of the 2022 budget and return that to the general fund. Out of that $79,000, nothing was jeopardized. We were able to get the fleet back up and running, make some building repairs, looking pretty good on that stuff. The total collections from Acumed, $933,000, $933,000 collected by Acumed during the year or since they started. So, and then you can see the numbers and how they break down and everything like that. Let's see, staffing issues. We have a paramedic who's going to resign. She is going to a fire department up in the South Bend area. Let's see with that. A hard area to talk about is EMS wages. If we're going to compete in the market, we're going to have to bring the wages up. I know it's a hard one to discuss. When you look at our area, medics are making 60,000 plus, and we're paying 40 to 50 to pay. So we're going to have to compare some numbers and see what we want to do about that. Right now, when we hire EMT and medics, when we bring them in and go through the interview process and bring the wages up, a lot of times they say, no, thank you. Even our basic EMTs are not making. We pay right about 13, almost 14 for a basic. They're making 15 to 16 plus. So, and even these private agencies are soaking these guys up. We are not able to compete with the fire departments, and those are dream jobs for people in EMS. Don't know why, I was never a firefighter, but those are what we're seeing. You know, in our area, LaPorte County starting those guys off at 65,000, Valpo 70,000. And then we can go around the area, but I'll get those numbers for you to look at, and we can determine what to do with that. Staffing wise, we're good. We can pull through as long as no major event happen like COVID again, we'll be able to pull through. We're thin, like any other healthcare, we're thin. And I can't say it's Starke County only. LaPorte County with their pay-in, they just opened up a new station in Rolling Perry. They don't have enough medics to staff it, nor EMTs. Valparaiso shot their wages up to 70,000. They don't have enough. Burns Harbor, one of the fire departments out there, one of their shifts, they run basic EMTs because they can't get medics. So it's not just us, it's all around and how to solve that problem. The national EMS has not came up with solutions. The state of Indiana has not came up with solutions. A lot of providers are out paying to get them in the door. So something we need to talk about, look at. I'll gather more information about that to see what's feasible and what we have to do about that. Any questions? Ambulance fleet, as I said, fleet's good. Everything's up and running. No complaints yet. That's up to me. That may change. And the buildings look good. Some minor repairs to the buildings. They actually look very good. Any questions or anything to discuss? And then to the back, you have a chart of employees who have left EMS and reasons why they're leaving. And as you look through, you'll see number one reason is, and again, it's a battle all through EMS. It's just not here. So, if no questions, thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Good luck.
Then Lisa, you're up next.
Guys, never been back. I won't go into detail with my update since everybody was here last night. But, and things got reversed with the contracts that should have been to you guys first. So you guys have copies of it. Just our thoughts, I ran at my executive committee, so what we think. The major things that I had revised from previous years was hopefully maybe consider a 3-year contract as we are starting our strategic planning process. You know, they want to, that was part of the review from Thomas P. Miller, said you guys need to do strategic planning. Well, you've got to plan at least a few years out when you do that. So we were hopeful that that might be considered. And then perhaps that $40,000 set aside that was just out there for skill for the foundation. Was thinking rather than us coming to you guys throughout the year to say, can we take from that fund? Perhaps just splitting that 40,000, giving skill 20 and the foundation 20 as part of the funding package. So those were the two main things. And then I talked briefly about the firewall because I don't know where that is with me. And Dave said he would talk to Jim Cook at Norton about that. I reached out monthly to Greg Norton and to Jim Cook. And they keep saying, well, we'll let you know, because they talked about building their own firewall. If we end up with another industry east of Norton, I mean, perhaps that could, I don't know how far firewalls go. I mean, could it be used for an industry down the street? So that was the only thing that I really had in question. Besides the two comments on the front. So our contract is good through February, the end of February. This would renew March 1st. And I can come back in a month, or if it's something you guys want to think about, or if you're good with the idea that I can bring it back to the council in February.
I really like to think about it a little more, but
Just at the end of February, not the end, but maybe the middle.
Yeah.
Something, give us some time.
right.
Okay, so I'll come back to your second meeting in February,
Yeah.
and then I'll follow that up with the council.
Yeah.
And hopefully get something
Right.
together by the
Mhm.
1st of
Yeah.
March.
Yeah.
Perfect. And that's really all I have. You guys heard my updates yesterday, so I won't put you through that pain again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lisa.
Uh,
We got. Is there a motion to approve the vendor claims in the amount of $1,070,281.04?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Is there a motion to approve the payroll claims in the amount of $297,198.13?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. There's a motion to approve the minutes from Monday, January 2nd, 2023.
So moved.
All those in favor? Aye. Then we have board appointments continued. We've got a couple for Peter Boa. For that was Shell Chowton. Chowton. Let's pronounce it.
She got a letter from Bill Owen.
Mhm. Okay.
I'm making a motion with set Travis for the alcohol board.
Okay. There's a second for that one.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Is that for that Bill O'Leary, is there a motion to move him for the Peter Bowen?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Yeah. And the tire purchase for the conference car. Rachel, you got us. Hold on that.
Yeah, we got a highway discount and conference slash. Planning commission card. Because codes-
That was the amount of $661.
Yep.
Is there a motion to approve that purchase?
Second.
All those in favor? Warehouse master key.
Just a continuance from your discussion.
Who was that for?
Then
I personally think we should have Rachel have one and her sign it out. Instead of having 15 or 20 of them out there.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, if they just sign out when they use it.
right. They all know where it is.
yeah, I can create a sign up sheet.
So there's a motion to approve that.
I'll move.
Second.
All in favor, aye. Then I guess we need to talk a little about the courthouse custodian position. Right now, who's in that position as I mean, it's not a full-time position right now.
But we need somebody full-time, right?
Mhm.
The guy that Randall has been doing it, would he be fit? He's been there for a while, part-time, right? Showing up to work and stuff.
I have nothing but I've heard good from all the departments on him.
Really?
Everybody in the clerk's office wants him.
Oh, really?
And treasurer.
It must be.
And stuff.
So he would be over here besides the courthouse, so still be in position.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Basically, we would need to work it out where he's
Yeah.
just taking care of these two buildings.
Mhm.
And, we're keeping deal with these two.
Which Ricky, I think, would need the help, so. Can't do it all himself.
Anyway,
The courthouse is cleaner than it has been in a really long time with them being over there. And here as well.
Might be asking if he would accept it.
Yeah.
I mean, we can make the motion pending. If he wants to accept it.
To accept, yeah, and then go by their rule, of course.
All right,
I'll make that motion.
Second.
all in favor? Aye.
Do one of you want to stick around and tell your plans to Ricky or?
I can,
Okay. All right. We'll get him over here after the meeting.
okay. You guys have anything else?
I do, I just think, we need to ask the council to look into this part-time stuff,
Mm,
part-time wages,
all right.
I know we got it structured right now a certain way. I
Mhm,
just think we need to look into it, tweak it a little bit.
mhm. Right,
If we could ask the council to do that.
yeah,
And then, out here on these sidewalks, on these three corners here,
mhm,
nobody can go to our buildings in a wheelchair or
mm,
rideable chair or nothing. I'd
Right.
like to see the Andy or we put the ramps on
Be 88,
these three corners, at least we can go to,
part of that.
right.
A couple months ago when I
Mhm,
guy to give us
mhm,
proposals.
mhm,
Oh, you already got someone looking into it?
Well, that was the court facilities feasibility study.
mhm.
Oh, okay.
That was one of the things identified. in
Oh.
that.
I'd like to ask you. To even start getting us quotes, if you guys are okay with it.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to. Get that.
At least where we go to our building,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And get to all the buildings on the ramps,
right,
but then they gotta get back in their car,
Mhm.
where they could just go from building to building.
right,
If need be.
right.
A part of, what Tori is, the EMA director, she is also the ADA
Mhm.
coordinator.
Okay,
So, I mean, she definitely should be active in getting,
Mhm.
because this deals with ADA.
Right.
yes, exactly.
Right.
I'll like to see us move forward on that as soon as we
Yeah,
can.
right. You got anything else?
Oh, I got.
Like nothing else? Does anyone else have anything for us? No further business, motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
Yeah.